Hey guys, Pichu here. This is the new 2018 roster for the Pichu London Cup Series season. Before we start, I want to let you know this is the first year of the new body types in the Cup Series that replaced the Gen 6 body types we've been using, I believe, since 2015, 2013, if I'm not mistaken, but somewhere around that time. But this is the first year of the new body types that will be in place for the next couple years until the next gen models come in 4 years from now. So 2018 is the first year of the new body types, and we're excited to have them race in these new body types in a new era for the Cup Series. So anyway, here are the drivers for the 2018 season. Starting off with the 1, Blazy Alexander is the new driver of the 1 for Chip Ganassi, and it's now under Chip Ganassi ownership, the number, as they acquired the number from Stordhaus Racing. So now they're running the number 1 car for this 2018 season with Blazy Alexander. You'll see where Jamie McMurray goes a little later, but Blazy is found a new opportunity. He's back with Chevrolet, and he is going back to Chip Ganassi Racing. Brad Keselowski runs the number 2 car, and he's running with Team Penske. He's back for the season. And just ignore all the stickers, decals, and stripes in these cars, because these are the only cars I could find, because I haven't used this mod in a long time, so I had to make do what I had left over. Number 3 is Austin Dillon, and he's back with RCR. You know him. Kevin Harvick is back with Stordhaus Racing. New driver in the 5 for Hendrick Motorsports. It is James Buescher. He's now moved to the 5 for Hendrick. And what if they never left the 5 in 2018? We're going to bring the 5 back to life for this season because they didn't run the 5 for a couple years until they brought it back for Kyle Larson, I believe, in 2021. But we're going to try to fill those years up with the 5 car back again for Hendrick. Number 6 is Trevor Bayne, and in this year, 2018, in real life, he split the ride with Matt Kenseth. But we're going to see what happens if Trevor Bayne can run the full season, the 6 with Roush Fenway, and see how the season would have gone for him. He was in the 9, but the 9 is going to be taken by a new team. A new team, a new driver, and so Trevor Bayne will go back to the 6 car. Number 7 is Regan Smith. He's going to run a full season with Premium Motorsports, the 7 car. Tommy Baldwin and Premium are going to both be collaborating this season for the 7 car. So there's that. Chase Elliott will be in the number 9 car for Hendrick Motorsports. He was in the 24 last season. Now he moves up to the 9 and with the same team, Hendrick. So he's going to still be with Hendrick, but with a new number. His dad's number 9. 00 Landon Castle. Starcom Racing makes its debut this season in 2018. And Eric Almirola becomes the new driver of the 10 for Stordhaus Racing as Danica Patrick retires in real life like she does in real life. So Danica retires, and Almirola is now the new driver of the 10. Denny Hamlin returns to the 11 for Joe Gibbs, and Ryan Blaney becomes the new driver for Penske Racing, as they are going to be bringing back their 12 car for Ryan Blaney. So Blaney will run, I believe, his 3rd Cup Series season in the number 12 for Team Penske. So he finally got an opportunity to drive for a big-time team. Ty Dillon returns with the 13 for Germain Racing. And Clint Boyer does go to the 14. He moves from the 1 to the 14 for Stordhaus Racing. So he stays with the team, but with a new number 14. And Ross Chastain is going to be among the many drivers that will be driving the 15 for Premium Motorsports this season in 2018. The 16 will be David Stremme, as Stremme re-ups another year with Roush Fenway Racing. It just says Fenway Sports Group, but I'm going to change that later. David Stremme goes to the 16 car for Roush Fenway Racing. They never had left the 16, but they are designing the look of the number for this season. So David Stremme goes to the 16 for Roush Fenway Racing, as they still have 3 cars this season. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. goes for another year at Roush Fenway in the 17, so Stenhouse is back again in that 17 car. Kyle Busch returns to the 18 car, and Carl Edwards is back in the number 19. This is a scenario of what if he had never retired abruptly. What if he had continued for another couple seasons? I wanted to see how things would have played out. Turns out he was a champ. He became a Cup champion in 2017. He's the defending champion now from 2017. So Edwards runs another year with Joe Gibbs Racing after a championship-winning season. We'll see if it will repeat his success here in 2018. Eric Jones becomes the new driver of the 20, replacing Matt Kenseth. So Eric Jones is the new driver of the 20 after running his rookie season with Furniture Row Racing in the 77. That team will go down to just one car once again, as Eric Jones will now be in the 20 car for Joe Gibbs. Paul Menard returns for another year, and this time he's with a new team. This time he goes to the Wood Brothers in the number 21 car. So he's going to have a new team to work with in 2018. Joey Logano is back in the 22 for Penske, and Hendrick brings its 24 to a new driver. William Byron, a new up-and-coming driver, will be joining the Cup Series this season in the number 24 Liberty University Chevy. So it's going to be William Byron's rookie season in the 24 in 2018. Another new rookie this season, we have Daniel Suarez. Suarez in real life had his rookie season the previous year, but I decided to hold him off from the Cup Series racing for last year because Carl Edwards never retired. But an opportunity opened up for Daniel Suarez, and he will now be running his rookie season in the number 28 for Robert Yates Racing for the 2018 season. So glad to see Daniel Suarez finally in the Cup Series. Ryan Newman stays in the 31 for Richard Childress Racing in 2018, and Matt DiBenedetto moves to a new team as the Richard Petty Motorsports team decided to downscale to just 2 cars this season. Yeah, 2 cars. They've decided to downscale to just 2 entries this season, 2018. DiBenedetto needed another ride, so he's found a new ride with a new team, Go Fast Racing, in the number 32 machine. So DiBenedetto will run for that team. Michael McDowell becomes the new driver of the 34. He was in the 95 the previous year for Levine Family Racing, but now he moves to the 34. So McDowell will now be in front row. Chris Buescher now moves to a new team, JTG Daughtry in the number 37 entry as they expanded 2 cars this season. David Reagan goes to the 38 car this season, and yeah, he'll be the new driver front row in the number 38. And Alex Bowman stays with Chip Ganassi for another year. He is a new sponsor, TaxSlayer, for the number 40 Chip Ganassi team. Kurt Busch goes and stays with Stewart-Haas for this season, the 41, and Kyle Larson stays in the 42 for Chip Ganassi Racing. And a new face here in the 43 for Richard Petty Motorsports, Bubba Wallace. He is going to make his his Cup debut this season in 2018. We wish him the very best of luck. So Bubba Wallace makes his Cup debut this year. And Adam Petty is back for another year with the 45 team, as there's still a 2-car operation in this universe. Adam Petty stays with the 45, of course. A.J. Allmendinger gets another season out of JTG Daughtry in the 47 entry for the team. And Jimmy Johnson stays in the number 48 car. And I believe this is the final season that Lowe's will be sponsoring the 48 entry, and they will be sponsored by Ally next season, starting in 2019. So Lowe's will be leaving the 48 team after this season. Corey LaJoie will join a new team, TriStar Motorsports, and I believe this is his rookie year, if I'm not mistaken. So LaJoie makes his debut with TriStar Motorsports as they jump to the Cup Series. And Mark Truex Jr. stays for another year at Furniture Row Racing. He has decided to continue running with the 78 team after being the runner-up of the title last year. Will he win a championship this year? We'll see. And J-Man McMurray goes to Robert Yates Racing. He stays with the 88 team for this year. So he stays with Robert Yates Racing in the 88. Jamie Mack for another year. And finally, Casey Kane goes to Levine Family Racing in the number 95. I believe he split his time with Regan Smith in real life, but he is going to be running a full schedule this time for the 2018 season. I believe it might be his last season as a Cup driver, if I'm not mistaken. But Casey Kane will run a full season in 2018 with Levine in the number 95 entry, so he won't split the ride with Regan Smith in real life. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, and this I think is his final season in the Cup Series. So this will be his last season, 2018, for Casey Kane. And he'll be spending it with Levine Family Racing. And Regan Smith will again be in the 7. And the other one with the split, Matt Kenseth has decided to retire, and he's not going back to racing. So Trevor Bayne will run the full schedule this season in the 6 car, unlike in real life. So just a couple notes before we start this season. Anyway, those are the 2018 drivers. This is Pichu London. I'll see you guys later.